Real Radio Orlando on Facebook. Brought to you by Seacoast Bank. See why local is better by visiting seacoastbank.com. Better by all accounts since 1926. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Monsters. I'm Russ Rollins, along with Dirty Jim, Angel, and Carlos in this on this beautiful Thursday. You know what? There's another gentleman that's scheduled to call us in a little bit. I don't know if you've seen it on the news, but it's a teacher from. Is he from Winter Park or was it?
No. He's out there in
Lake Mary.
Lake Mary.
Okay.
He's a teacher. We talked briefly about it on Monday, and he's swimming the St. Johns River up to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
bringing attention to that. And
allegedly, he's going to be in Palatka today. So I will tell you, I have driven my boat from Sanford all the way to Jacksonville, and it takes forever to do it on a boat. To swim it is pretty amazing, and I would be really afraid of the gators. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of alligators in the lake, or in that. I'm going across Lake George.
Yeah.
My God
Damn,
almighty,
that
man.
is long.
And I know that they will probably have an escort like they did with the whole English Channel thing, where they literally swam above a net. Or remember that?
Yeah. I think he's got like an escort, like you're saying. There are people that are beside him in a boat and everything. He's swimming it, but I don't think he's swimming in a net. And I guess that many boats probably does scare away gators, but still, man, that's a long trip. Just the actual swimming of it all the way to Palatka.
Yeah,
man, that's and he's going all the way to Jacksonville.
That's amazing, man.
And the message is what? Like how important the St. Johns River is?
Yeah, that whole ecosystem and how important it is to Central Florida. The water that comes from that, the wildlife, all those kind of things. He's bringing attention to it, bringing a spotlight to all of that.
Huh? I said he was doing it for his students to bring that attention. And is he a swim coach?
I didn't get that impression from the story we talked about on Monday. Like he's not part of a swim team or something. And it's taken him quite some time to put this thing together to have that time because it, like you said, it is going to be. I think it was 8 to 10 days that it's going to take him to do this.
Well, he's going with the current though, right? Because it flows north.
Yeah, you'd have to, right?
Yeah.
One of his friends is a big listener and on Facebook with me, so he's trying to set it up to have the guy call. And so we'll talk to him and see what how's he feeling, man. Also, you got to swim all day long. I wonder how far you can get if you swim all day long. How many miles?
Well, I know that Lionel Richie said if you dance all night long, it takes all night.
Then you dance on the ceiling.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know what the average pace is. I mean, I think whether or not he has swimming experience matters.
Well, if we only knew someone who used to swim in water polo.
I know, man. That's a serious feat.
How many miles would you swim a day when you're in water polo?
You know what? I didn't swim as much as the actual offensive guys. I was a goalie, so I was.
All you had to do is tread water.
Yeah, I was egg beating. That's what they called it.
Oh,
egg beating. Yeah, because the way you moved your legs and stuff. So yeah, I was in there jumping, but I'm a pretty good swimmer.
So you think you could swim from here? If you let's say it was for $1 million. And for $1 million, all you got to do is swim from Sanford to Jacksonville.
I mean, with no training, just like they'd be like, you got to go right now.
Tomorrow.
You got to start tomorrow, Speedo.
Hell, I'll give it a shot at least. I don't know.
I think most of us would give it a shot.
Yeah.
This guy's not making any money. He's just doing it for awareness.
Wow.
And I don't understand the message. I mean, we all know the St. Johns River is important.
Oh yeah, it's really important.
I don't know why. Really?
Exactly. There you go.
It's important because it's a big river.
Well, yeah, it supplies a lot of water to a lot of places. They pull a lot of water out of that river.
We learned a lot of the cities, Jimmy, along the St. Johns. They're there because the St. Johns River. You were able to bring boats up and start the cities, right?
Sanford originally was one of the big stop-off points. So was Palatka, like one of the gigantic cities. They expected these cities to be metropolises for quite a while. Then the railroad happened. And all that kind of came to an end. Literally, it came to an end. I mean, I'm not joking. We'll do Where You At a little bit later today. It's different than what we've experienced, but we've learned that, I mean, once they built the railroads into Florida on both sides, it just really changed the way everybody lived in this state altogether.
What do you think is more difficult? What this guy is doing, swimming the St. Johns River from Sanford all the way to Jacksonville. The guy that we talked to that paddleboarded all the way down the Mississippi, he went all the way down the Mississippi, and he would call us every other day. or the guy that we talked to that was the military gentleman. I never found out he never called us when he got there, but was walking across America.
Yeah.
Remember, to bring awareness for,
I think it was vets,
military
wasn't it?
for vets. We talked last time we talked to him. He was like in Texas.
So
Still there?
For the record, we do have a website for this. It's called swimforstjohnsriver.com.
Okay.
The guy's name is Luther Davis III. Does that ring a bell, right? He's a physics and astronomy teacher at the and United States Master Swimmer in Lake Mary, Florida. How long do you think this journey is? Did they already say that?
No,
It's
I
gonna
do
be
not
like
know.
10 days.
Yeah, 180 miles. 164 miles of the journey will be from Sanford to Jacksonville across over 8 consecutive days. He'll start swimming after a day of hiking along his home there in Soldiers Creek. He'll kayak some, and then he will swim. And he believes that it'll strengthen his mind and body and address the importance of the St. Johns River system and the overall positive impact of the state of Florida.
See, the kayak some part of it kind of blows it, doesn't it? Like, you're going to be in a boat for a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, swimming most of it. He also wants to talk about the impact of pollution and nutrient runoff for the
The guy's going to be in a kayak for just a few miles, and that just completely ruined it for
Yeah,
us.
man. Here's how it goes.
Meanwhile, all this is to bring awareness to Florida and to our waterways, and it's a good thing.
And it's working because we're talking about us.
It completely just blew you. I was like, I can care less now.
They should have just
Hide that.
Hide that part. Don't put that part in the
we
press
don't
release.
Lie about it.
It's a 183-mile St. Johns River journey. It's a 3.6-mile hike.
Okay, well, how long is the kayak part, though?
Yeah, and does the kayak have like a motor on it?
No, it doesn't. He's paddling.
yeah.
Jeez, you
Is
guys
the
want to
kayak-
poo this already.
I know.
16 miles. 16 miles of it will be in a kayak.
What?
And then
I'm going to jet ski all the way to Jacksonville.
a
It's
100.
not even the same thing. A kayak and a jet ski. Come on.
What part does the airboat come into play?
Let me
Right.
see, airboat. Oh, that's 145 miles of it, apparently. So he's only swimming about 40 feet.
Right, yeah.
No, it's 164 miles of a multi-stage solo swim.
That's not a lot.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a lot.
Yeah.
164 miles.
I got to tell you, when I had my boat, and every single time I would go, I always saw an alligator. I mean, the St. Johns
hell
River
yeah.
is alligator crazy,
Yeah,
man.
you can see him from the road, dude.
As of
You don't
right
have to
now,
be in a boat.
Yeah, as of right now, he's had 0 encounters, so he's doing good.
Who told you that?
It's on the website.
Oh,
right
is that what he said? He
got a whole website
hasn't
for it.
seen one?
He hasn't. He's had 0 encounters with any kind of a wildlife or gator.
That means no. He hasn't seen
So
one.
he
encounters.
might have seen one. No one's messed with him.
Oh.
Yeah. You know?
I'm telling you, this is how this interview is going to go down. We're going to be talking to this guy, and Russ is going to constantly one-up him. Oh, well, so when I take my boat up and down the St. John's, we're not even going to give the guy the proper respect.
Yeah,
we're
I'm
doing
going to give him proper respect. I think it's very admirable what he's doing.
It is.
I don't know why they put in the part about the kayak. You could not have said that. We didn't need to
It's
know
all
that.
part of
It's
the
just-
whole thing.
Just a few miles of it, though. He does have a history of this, which I did not know until I just started going around the website. He did a 36-mile run called the Red River Swim. He did that in 2016.
Be careful with
Also
that.
in 2016, he did a 17-mile Lake Monroe and St. Johns River swim. So he's already done this a little bit once, or at least one section of this once before.
Yeah.
So that probably kind of led him to believe that he could do the entire thing.
How old was he when he did the Red River Run? I don't know. How many years?
We all do it once and every now and then, boys.
Yeah, you got to earn your wings one way or another.
That's right. They call it the Red River Run. Huh?
Sometimes I pray for a kayak in those situations,
My God, man. My God.
but to no reprieve.
Just keep going. Don't worry.
All right. Well,
He'll chuckle the entire time.
We're scheduled to talk to him in a little bit, so don't go anywhere.
Oh, he's so not going to talk to us
yeah,
now.
he is. He'll talk to us.
Your buddy's going to holler at him. It's like, hey, you don't really need to make that call.
The second he calls me, like, how long are you in the kayak for?
Yeah, get out of that kayak, man.
Listen, man, you got to stop this kayak. We initially took this interview because we thought it was a straight swim.
Yeah,
I hope when he picks up the phone, he's just saying the words Red River over and over again. Just to prove me wrong.
The Red River Run. All right, you're listening to the Mantra of the Morning.